The phone buzzed at 9:12 a.m. One vibration, then another, then silence like the breath before a scream. I was halfway through my coffee when the bank app refreshed itself uninvited. Red text, a failed withdrawal, $6,500, declined. The room felt smaller. The mug burned my palm. Somewhere miles away, my mother was staring at a screen that had just told her no. I smiled without meaning to. I didn't open the messages yet. I let the quiet stretch. I wanted to remember the sound of their laughter first. We were gathered under cheap fireworks and borrowed joy. Plastic cups, sticky floors, the television counting down like a judge. I said it lightly because that's how I learned to survive, by sounding like I didn't need anything. I can't wait for our vacation. I meant it. I always meant it. I had paid for most of it anyway. Flights, hotel, the little extras they never noticed until they appeared. My mother folded in on herself with a laugh, a practiced one, the kind she used when she wanted to be cruel without fingerprints. "Vacations for family," she said, eyes flicking to my sister. "Without you." They laughed loudly, like it was a punchline we'd all rehearsed. I tasted metal. I counted my breaths. I smiled because smiling kept the peace. Then I grabbed my coat and left before midnight could change anything. On the walk home, the city cracked open with fireworks, everyone celebrating a future. I kept thinking about how easy it was for them to erase me, how normal it felt to them, how practiced. The week after was quiet, too quiet. No calls asking if I'd cooled off, no apologies disguised as jokes, just small movements, money shifting between accounts I'd set up years ago, shared finances, they called it, family trust. I watched patterns instead of confronting them. The grocery charges stopped, the gas station charges didn't. Someone was preparing to leave. I remembered other moments I'd ignored, my name missing from reservations, emails CC'd but never answered, a sense that I was an open wallet, not a seat at the table. I didn't accuse. Accusations warn people. I listened. I waited. Silence can be a blade if you hold it right. The truth arrived in a receipt. A forwarded confirmation popped into my inbox by mistake. One of those accidents that aren't accidents when guilt gets sloppy. Hotel booked. 2 rooms, 7 nights. My mother's name, my sister's name, not mine. I stared at it until my reflection ghosted the screen. There it was. Clean, administrative, no drama, just exclusion with a barcode. My chest went cold. Not hot. Cold is worse. Cold means clarity. They weren't angry with me. They weren't hurt. They were comfortable using me while planning to leave me behind. That's not betrayal born of chaos. That's intent. I closed the email and felt something settle into place. I didn't say a word. I cataloged dates, amounts, access points. The account was in my name, always had been for simplicity. My mother said she liked when things were simple for her. I watched as she tested the waters, small withdrawals, a dinner here, a spa there. I let them through. I wanted her confident. Confidence makes people careless. I rehearsed nothing. Revenge doesn't need speeches. It needs timing. On the morning she tried to pull the full amount, I was ready. I waited for the attempt. I imagined her at the counter, chin lifted, card sliding across plastic. Declined. I blocked the card, changed the access, and left a note where she couldn't miss it. Pay without me. No emojis, no explanation. Silence does the explaining. The calls came in waves. My phone lit up like a warning system. "Fix this. Are you serious? You're ruining everything." I answered none of it. I pictured her smile cracking, the way panic rearranges a face, the way entitlement sounds when it suddenly broke. Eventually, my sister texted. She always did cleanup. "You embarrassed Mom." I typed back slowly, each letter placed like a chess piece. "You laughed." Minutes passed. Then we were joking. I let that sit. Jokes don't book hotels. Jokes don't move money quietly for weeks. When I finally spoke to my mother, it was brief, controlled. "You don't get to exclude me and spend my money," I said. "Pick one." Her voice softened, then sharpened, then pleaded. I felt nothing. Power had moved rooms, and she could feel the draft. The vacation didn't happen. Neither did the apology she promised herself she'd give if it worked. The quiet afterwards was clean, not empty, clean. I closed the accounts, opened new ones, changed the locks, financial and otherwise. I booked my own trip, one seat, one room, no laughter echoing where it didn't belong. On New Year's Eve the next year, fireworks bloomed again. I watched from a balcony that was entirely mine. I raised a glass to no one. Family, I learned, is a word people use when they want access without accountability.